Thank you.
Now that it's daylight, I really want to try this thing again.
We can't go crazy because what's that? I don't know which one is here. Didn't pay attention. Hard.
I didn't even feel it switch the braid.
I saw it.
Did you?
I did. Just because I can tell the differences in the blue.
These Komodos are freaking sweet. You don't want to raise them. I'm not saying you're like super outdone.
Is there a certain
Bait? No? Try whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing now. I really want a set of those. Hello, everyone. Can they see rods?
I believe so.
Yeah, there's actually enough distance. They can see pretty much everything. Welcome in, welcome in. The wind's just...
Until I get all of the hooks and bait and that's not
Fine, don't be worried. Oh, yeah. We're all still so big.
This one, should I do the belly?
Sure. Green chapter.
Ever so
Here's what it is. Blue's gotta eat.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Mounted these old rags back here.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I love this boat. Creole! What's up, buddy? Alright, guys. Drag. I mean, with how windy it is, spot lock. I don't really want to deal with that.
I was gonna say, gotta make up your mind.
We're dragging. We're dragging.
I'm not going to put all these weights on just for you.
But you've got to. There's so much room to just walk around and do stuff in here, guys. It's quite fabulous, to be honest. Hey, Creole, no more laundry. Going down. Okay. Drift socks are in the water. Emailed Wes, he's making me something custom. Nice. Nice, nice. I'm actually going to let him go all the way down. They're out of sync just a little bit, and it drives me nuts. Now you're just showing off. I mean, do you see that spread of rods back there?
Nope. Nope.
Did you say help, help?
Oh, never mind. I got it. The swivel and the push bar.
I feel so small being this far away from the screen now. I think when you decided to get a 24-foot boat, it was a bit excessive.
I'm not getting my
It's like a long walk back up here now. I mean, we're definitely fun to watch. Kenny, we're in Georgia. And as soon as she gets that last rod baited, we'll get turned around, some speed set. Hopefully the trolling motor acts right. This is the first day of catfishing on the new boat. We caught some bait Thursday for the bait tank, but today is the first day catfishing. You ready to go now?
Hey, yeah.
The sound is still really good back there. Well, good. All right, spot walk off. How fast do we go just with the wind now?
Well, to keep them out of the wind, we'd have to drag into the wind, so.
I know. I was kind of debating on just going that way.
You manage this here vessel.
I will say the wind is blowing us substantially faster than I anticipated.
Kenny Ramirez
Ask what state we're in.
says wait and bait,
Oh,
or bait and wait.
we were both wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I was close enough. I just got the words.
That was the comment before.
Yeah, but you're not keeping up with me. Bring it on, sir. 3 weeks to go.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. So close yet so far away. It
with us as we now put you guys into the wind.
We're gonna see what happens. Which, as we get across here, the wind will kind of get blocked off some. I mean, that should be slowing us down substantially. And it's really not.
Looks like we're dragging into the wind. Oh, these catchings enough. Georgia's loving it. She's got her gel bed in the floor back behind Richard's chair, hanging out.
I am gonna do that. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Here you go. Oh, you don't even have to hand me planer boards anymore.
Nope, my job back there's...
We can't even reach each other anymore.
Nope.
You're so far away.
There's so much room for activities.
You can do everything now.
Are you fishing? Do you think you got enough fishing poles? Actually, Gabriel, I think that we could use, I don't know, 4 more.
We got the rod holders in way more than 4.
I have the rod holders to do 10 more. But here in the state of Georgia, we do not have a rod limit. So we typically fish with about 8 rods when we drag for catfish. Richard is setting up planer boards and getting us set up to drag for catfish. Our outlook on it is that we are going to cover as much water as possible. So the more rods we have out, the better that we're actually covering. You all right there? That we're covering enough water and presenting as much bait to as many fish as we can. It's a typical spread when dragging baits. Yeah. What a typical day catch. It really depends. I feel like we are twisting.
We are. I don't quite understand what's going on.
Do I need to...
Well, I need to know what that says.
Are you catfishing? Yes, we are catfishing. Jamie, how wide of an area do y'all typically cover in a spread?
Depends on the weather.
Yeah, it depends on the weather.
Because the weather dictates how far the boards pull.
Yeah, with windy days, typically one side isn't spreading as nicely as it would on a flat day. Nice setup, thank you. You gotta toss the line down about 19 feet over the edge of the boat. KYD, we typically cast out the baits and then attach the planer board. We don't just drop the bait. We try to get it spread out as much, so we typically cast and then let it hit the bottom, and we drag a little bit, or we move as we're moving a bit, and then we'll attach the planer board. And what that does is it helps prevent snagging up, and they spread out a lot more even.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to go up to the mountains.
Jackson says, how much? It was enough.
It was enough that if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Just to be 100% honest.
Do we keep them? It depends.
Hey, just point us toward that buoy. Just keep us trying to go
Towards
see what the wind allows.
like the shoal buoy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna stay on this side of the shoal buoy, but toward it.
Okay. I will.
Which I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't think so either. The wind's shifting too much. We do keep catfish typically in the 2 to 8 pound range.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. That moved a lot.
Well, don't try to click and hold.
I didn't. I went one click. It's
just the wind. It's trying to account for the wind as we go.
Do awesome catch and cook videos. Typically we'll spend a day out like today catching fish. If we catch eater size fish, the next day we will typically do cooking live.
Is it somewhat working?
Kind of. I mean, it tried to point us way this way, like it's doing now.
We'll just leave it for a minute and see what it's doing. It's very confusing.
Hi subbed. I'll check out some of your catch and cook videos. Most recently we've been trying a new breading that ACC Crappie Sticks released. It is their lemon pepper breading, and it's been a fairly good addition to our fish recipes. Okay. What's the interior color? I never asked. It's that same gray that the outside. The outside is. I got stuck.
Alright guys, we're gonna have to flip around and start from the other end. Bear with me.
One of the new growing pains that we are going to face as we learn the new boat.
Boat control's a little different on this one. I know that is super loud. I don't know what the interior is actually called. Not really. We don't have a lot of walleye in Georgia, and not something that we travel up north to go do.
Hi. Staring at me through their binoculars.
That is kind of creepy. We're on the Oconee River.
I mean, it wouldn't be weird if they said hello. Try not to get too bumpy. Just try not to get too bumpy. My backdrop's there and your cement weeds down.
I'm keeping the nose picked up enough that my weight's not in the water.
I live in central Nebraska, and the walleye is good and nice around the streets. We also have good crappie. Now one says it's near Lanier. We fish Lanier on occasion. Michael Johnson says, "Morning, y'all."
Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. It is still morning time. The motor is actually much quieter on the stream than the old boat.
Oh, yeah.
It is much quieter in person.
Well, here you go, Creole. It's idling.
Stealth mode.
Not really bottom bouncers, but we troll for catfishing, kind of the same principle.
Oh, there we go. So nice. So what are you using?
We're actually about to not drag. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm gonna pull through here and just kind of scan for a minute.
That's fine.
We're just gonna scan real quick, guys. I just found something interesting.
My old Merc was quiet, but not even half the horsepower. Yeah.
We use what's known as a Santee rig. So we're going to use a dragon weight to keep it on the bottom, but use a float on the leader to keep the bait out of the bottom. Yeah. Well, we're in almost 71 degree water. That's why I said let's come on back here. With how warm it is in here, liable to be all kinds of stuff back here.
Does it work well? We find that it works fairly well. It's one of our favorite methods of fishing.
Super effective method of covering water.
What do you think, Peach?
1, 2,
3,
3, 4,
5.
and one just left back here. I counted that one. Everybody's back here just spider rigging.
Those are dragging weights. Yes, those are dragging weights. Sorry. They are Dirty South dragging weights.
Nope.
Mouth of this area seems pretty promising.
Everything else in here looks relatively small. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time. Well, I didn't really see that many speckles.
Just small.
Just small.
I've seen Catfish Dave use those and always wondered. So with the Dirty South, there's flotation right above the weight, and it helps keep it completely helps keep it off the bottom just a little bit, to where instead of dragging along the bottom, it's more at an angle. Helps get up and over structure, and you're less likely to snag. It took no time at all for Georgia to feel right at home in the new fishing vessel. She loves the fact she can walk on the rod lockers all the way up to the seats.
Yeah, she jumps on the back deck, walks up the side of the rod lockers into the chair. They make Dirty Souths in, I want to say, they use that a lot of guys have been running walleye fishing.
What size weight can I get that in? I believe a 1.5.
A 1 ounce, I think they make a 12 ounce.
Yeah.
Or 10, something big.
Mike Johnson says, that's awesome. I'll have to buy some and try it. They are sold at Tackle Bandit.
TackleBandit.com. Code JR10 will save you 10%.
I'm interested to see how
up there looks.
Yeah. It was just the box.
So what?
The box for the star. The box is still open.
Sorry, that scared me a bit.
The most I need is a ½ ounce to a 4 ounce. Half to 4 ounce. Yeah, I mean, we use, we have 2s, 3s, and 4s on the boat. But if we're going to areas that have current, we have 5s and 6s. It just depends on where we're going.
God, the picture on these 8612s is so cool.
Russell Outdoors, you should use your own platform to promote yourself.
Yeah, Creole, are you still in here?
Yeah, he is. Or was.
Can you clear the chat for me? Shameless plug, subscribe to JayRFishing, and we should probably know who you are before you promote yourself. We promote a family-friendly environment, and if I can't guarantee that's what you promote, we're not going to promote yourself. personal, but it is what it is. Okay.
Other side of the bridge?
No. Yeah, definitely not the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet
Other side of that cove. I think everything went wrong.
you got your phone
Yeah, I put it back in my pocket.
and the power poles remote.
Do what?
Power poles remote. Thank you. I just wouldn't get too crazy.
Do what?
I said I wouldn't get too crazy.
We're only running 24.
I know.
I'm doing a little surfing right now. Bet Johnny's up here somewhere.
'77 back here. Alright. I guess.
Well, I'm gonna move over because there's all the timber over here.
Now that was a lot of turtles. Or at least 4 things that slid off that log sitting there. It was weird. They did not look like turtles.
Well, we'll keep the dragon weights on. Just one on.
Here you go, sweet girl.
Is the wind supposed to die down any today?
No. Your gusts are what they are. The big thing that we're dealing with right now isn't sustained wind, it's your gusts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is the wind blowing completely different over here?
Because it'd be like that.
This didn't get us out of the wind at all.
Well,
Oh well.
I can get you the answers you need in just a minute.
Okay.
We're currently at a 7-mile-an-hour light breeze with 14 miles of gust.
Yeah?
Yeah. Coming from the south.
Like, I get that's what it says it's doing,
Well,
but it definitely does not feel like a south wind. Definitely feels like it's coming out of the north.
oh, wrong drink. You get the Coke. Okay. All water charters, hello.
Well, that kind of felt like a southern wind, but... yeah, Murphy's Law. How do I... Haha! Now I'm in a swivel seat. Game on.
Well, we will turn it on to the fancy map. Turn it into the animated wind forecast. That's what you got.
Yeah.
And then we can look at it. Oh, nope. Let's say at 1 p.m. Let's got load.
I'm also not convinced that both talons. I mean,
it shifts out of the southeast.
maybe they're both down. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Could be that our winds are just coming a little bit out of the southeast more than they are in the south.
Yeah. So I can't hide from the wind right here.
Well, I mean, we're doing a fairly good job. At least it's not as bad as it could be. It could be way worse.
Well, the dilemma is, I don't feel like we're holding straight. I don't care. It is what it is. It's whatever. We appreciate that.
Thank you. I was just showing you guys my fancy weather app that I tend to use. Keep an eye on the weather. It's time for a P3 break.
We'll give it a few minutes right here.
Okay.
And then we'll
Out on your kayak today. Nice. Good luck to you.
start at this point and drag back to the bridge.
Okay. Beautiful out. 80 in NYC. Nice.
It is a really pretty day. No doubt about that. It is a freaking beautiful day. Slab Slayer! She's got a nice channel cat, 30 pounds. That's freaking awesome.
That's a tank.
It's a stud of a channel cat. No doubt.
I have given my offerings to the fish gods. You sit up.
Sit up.
Sit up. Good job. I don't know if they could see that. I don't think they could.
We are on the Oconee River, northeast Georgia.
I have basketball game at 2. Nice slab. Best of luck.
Everybody's still in there. Looks like they're doing okay.
Pennsylvania. That's one heck of a fish for Pennsylvania.
Average channel cat varies heavily on where you are.
Yeah.
Average channel cat down here is like 3 pounds, but we don't have big channel cats. Average channel cat on Sandusky Bay is like 12 pounds.
I'm not very optimistic.
Well,
Pretty sure I just saw gar.
I mean, gar and catfish eat the same things.
You're right.
We have what we call speckled shad for bait. Currently, we have a variety of things in the bait cooler, or the live well, but currently we're running the speckled shad. Some people call him succulay or a blood crappie. He's also known as a sandwich. Blood crappie carp, yeah. If I could have caught a carp first thing this morning, we would have that for bait too. It was not in my cards first thing this morning.
Carp can be a lot of fun to catch.
It can also be really aggravating to catch.
They could be. Creel says he's so proud of you for pronouncing it correctly.
After all this time, you'd think I'd get it. It is really nice having all these position options for the bimini. Be able to fold it up and out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still walk under it without hitting your head. It's pretty nice. The glasses are a good reassurance. Well, this spot sucks.
Hey, that's because we typically have bigger baits than. I think our bait size is too big for this area for this time of year.
I mean, I agree. We marked a couple of little fish over here. I don't think they've quite moved up this far.
They have either.
I'm thinking we give this a good old college try. Soak baits for 20 minutes and then go back. Well, I know that's not accurate. There ain't no way the water's 84 degrees right here. That's ridiculous. I think the old Suzuki's made a warm spot next to the transducer.
Ah, that terrified me.
Why did you do that?
Because we've never had one that it actually worked, and so I wanted to push them. It works, guys. The horn works.
Yeah, we really should be. I don't really know what he's talking about. Yo! Evergrande, we're currently targeting catfish, blues, and flatheads.
Hooks and hammocks. What up?
I'm not very happy with our current spot, but we had to come up here to be able to drag into the wind, so we're starting right here. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna drag into the wind here in like 5 more minutes because I am impatient. And I'm not happy with our spot. I really just want to go to the other side of the bridge and drag back that way.
I agree. I agree. I think that based on what we've seen, I think we're going to be a little bit more productive.
I liked
Headed
everything
that
we were
direction.
marking that direction better than what we're marking this direction.
I agree. Considering while we were trying to gather more. That's something I'm going to have to get used to.
Well,
The way her nails sound when she shakes.
oh.
Because it always throws me off. I'm like, you okay back there? What are you doing? But while we were trying to gather bait, with everything that we were seeing on sonar, I think we're going to be more productive being above the bridge. Below. But depends on how you look at it.
You always refer to up and down or above and below as the
North,
river
south,
flows.
yeah.
Not always north and south as the river flows. Up river, down river.
Well, this first, no south.
So that's.
So below the bridge. One of these days we're going to have to get brave and go below the other bridge.
I think that rod just got bumpity bumped.
Oh. Creole did not like that.
Okay, bye to that guy.
Oh, hooks and hammocks did not like that.
You gotta be careful. We never have this many wrenches in the chat.
Woohoo!
Apparently that guy didn't know how to dodge a wrench.
All that we ask is that we keep it family friendly and you're kind and respectful. Pretty simple. I keep seeing things over there where those turtles were. I'm gonna have to take a page out of that pontoons book. I think I'm gonna have to get a pair of binoculars so I don't have to use my only goggles.
I got a sighting scope.
No, well, that doesn't help because it's
Chris
at the
was
shop.
quick. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I didn't either. He hasn't been in here a little while, so now he's trigger happy. You guys are friendly, helpful. We try to be. Try to be as helpful as we can.
Our main goal is for you guys to go out and enjoy fishing in your home waters and finding the peace that we do.
I'm so glad I learned how to completely unlock my seat so it just free swivels.
Oh, wrong side.
Are you gonna free swivel yours too?
Nope.
Come on, short stack, reach for it.
I don't remember how to do it. Do I twist it or do I pull it?
I don't remember.
That's helpful.
You gotta pull out and then twist.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. Not here.
Well,
We're
no.
gonna
Your seat is super stiff.
Will you fix that too, by the way? 'Cause I don't want to mess with it and make it wrong. Haha! I think I know what it is over there. Do it again.
Much better.
It goes too shallow. I think I'm thinking.
Yours is stuck.
I got it to swivel that one time.
How'd you get it stuck?
There it goes.
There we go. A lot of effort. And now your seat's bouncy like mine. Let me yell for Telly. I'll sell you my old boat. You can buy the Tundra. And to be fair, Chris, it was not my idea to buy this boat. It was Jamie's.
Fish on! I wish. It's a 2025 Procat 240.
24 foot.
Oh, 24 foot. I'm sorry. You know, that's why I have to use my Umi goggles, so that way I can focus a lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that so nobody pokes you in the eyes?
No, so one of the many, I guess you can call it perks of having super young siblings is they were absolutely infatuated with Team Umi Zumi.
What is, I don't even know what that is.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Grow up.
when the show was going and they needed to use their binoculars, they call it their Umi goggles, and you just, I'm not gonna lie, it helps my focus just a little bit.
I think that's because you have ADHD and can't focus in general.
You are probably right, and it also probably helps with the fact that I have glasses.
This one is a Mod V. The old boat was a true Deep V 21-foot tracker Tundra with a walk-through windshield. So this one's not quite as aggressive of a V.
This has been something that we've been trying to work for
A really long time.
a really, really long time.
It's been 3 years in the making.
It has. It was something that we were able to do this year, and we had discussed it in length, and I made the executive decision that it's what we were going to do.
And I made the executive decision not to argue with the wife. You were messing with it, weren't you?
I just turned a little bit to look at my line, and
But what'd you have your hand down there for?
I didn't.
So you locked it back?
I locked it back.
Okay, well, why don't you pull it back out? You rotate your knob.
Ooh.
What'd you do?
Ooh.
Did you hurt yourself?
I did. I did hurt myself. How did you... There we go.
Wife is putting me to work. Fair enough, sir. We'll catch you later, Creole. Huh.
What? I don't think I have the strength to do it over the captain's chair without hurting my ribs.
Yeah. I just...
You're lucky. You got it lucky. So I might be going fishing for catfish later.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hello.
Yeah, Sea makes smaller boats. The Tundra was nice in really big water. It just had a heavy draft, so it couldn't go super shallow. So in places like this, it was kind of sketchy. This boat can get a lot shallower. And reel them up. We're moving, guys. I'm over this. On to greener pastures.
I do have to get used to the fact that okay.
So nice.
I don't disagree.
I don't have to lean down to get rods out of the rod rack anymore.
I'm excited and slightly nervous for when we do have to and I have to try to get it out of the rod holder. Before we take off,
Move rods. If you just want to do that, I'll set the boat on this one. I already knew that. That's why there's big females for boxes. So
makes sense.
we were having to scope the big ones one at a time.
Chris says, my truck is a Tundra.
See, it's meant to be.
We
Tundra
have
truck, Tundra boat, it's perfect for you.
you just need a Tundra dog.
I have one of those too.
Watch your paws.
This sabiki rig, I would just put her on.
Well, it flies backwards. This is one that I have to hold.
It's because it was run forward. Now it won't fly backwards. Alright guys, we gotta put stuff up because we're gonna make a quick little run. Crossing the bridge. And we're not bait fishing anymore, so we don't need to have these rods out. Unless I bounce super hard, that should ride right there. Good afternoon. We have a 250 Suzuki on this one.
In case we need to look at anything. Everything's up.
I do hate that beep.
Your phone in your pocket? Yes, I see it.
Smells a little odd. Yeah, she's just sitting low. We're technically through hour number 4.
Starlink is definitely a game changer.
Yes, we have Starlink as well. There's a Starlink mini antenna sitting right under you. Will you go deploy our trolliness motorist?
Yeah, for the first time. Right
For the first time. It's not even locked all the way, so all you gotta do is just push it.
Just push it.
Just push the shaft down. That works.
Now that my smooth moves are... That was.
You're ridiculous.
Well, you should have seen the look on my face. They all got to see it. I thought it was pretty cool.
It may be a little too much on the loose side. Definitely need to close that windshield.
I was trying to get a drink.
I normally do it before I sit down, so I don't get back up to do it. Just admit you forgot. It locks. You can't just reach above it and flip it anymore.
I know.
Alright, so I think we're good to just drag.
Tilly making me go to work. Stay safe and good luck. Well, thank you. You guys stay safe as well.
Put a little drift pole in the water.
I do think this is going to be a lot better to manage.
Yeah, and that was a decent fish. That's a decent fish on Sun's can too. I think we're golden.
Yeah,
Let's drag.
I think this was a move. I hear you. We were doing the same thing. The boat and hook up the pool bait tank.
Aww. This is the one that I didn't throw with the 4-ounce.
Chris, I don't have to look at them. They're not in the water yet.
You know what?
Chris, small, your pole. And I said, I don't have to. They're not in the water yet.
Worry about your own life. Did I say that? Sorry, not sorry.
As you can see, all of the bait is hooked in the hook keepers. And you can see our weights swaying. We are now getting set up to drag for catfish. And Richard's back there showing off. I said, we're getting ready to set up to drag for catfish. And then that's when you cast it backwards. And I said, and Richard's back there showing off.
Yeah, I got it. What do you What about?
Nothing.
What are we mile an hour now? 0.7?
0.7. Is what we're actually going, but we're at a 0.8.
Okay. Windage. I gotta be honest, I really enjoy having the planer board right here.
Yeah. I'm glad. Dale Hayslip says, you two catching all the fish in the river?
We're trying.
We're trying. With the gusts that we are encountering, we had to make a pretty decent move. Change things up a little bit. And now we're getting set up to actually see what we can do.
Can I get more Komodos for Christmas?
I guess.
I thoroughly enjoy those reels.
Aww. You better catch a fish with all those poles. At least a sunburn. Well,
Whatever, I do what I want.
that is one thing that has not made it into the new boat is some sunscreen.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that.
We tend to make that mistake. It has become a pattern.
Here we go. Got it.
All right, and we are dragging.
I have full faith.
I'm glad one of us does. Just starting. Mark, see, we are
Just starting a drag.
just starting a drag.
Life is just a drag, guys. give us 10 to the pork, please.
We do not have a kick motor.
Trolling motor is life.
We just have the trolling motor and the main engine. What do you think, Peach?
I wonder how long ago it froze. Alright, we're just gonna have to restart.